I apologize for the delay. I finished up the track walk at the F1 Vegas. I finished that up a little bit later than I would have liked to. Had to eat a super late lunch and then oh my goodness. Just got back here like right at 3 and then just it was chaos and the hotel Wi-Fi and hey, as you can see I'm extremely disoriented, so apologies. Daniel Berry Sports Highlights. Dave, what's up? Also, we're in the landing zone of a helicopter place, so yeah, but it'll be short today. I apologize. And once again, this is not my normal setup. We are on the road, so I can't show you my stuff on my screen, unfortunately. So sorry about that. But yeah, just trying to figure things out. Micah says playoffs. Yeah, you guys know how I feel about this system. I can't stand this system. I've never liked it. Ever since year one, I never liked it. When Ryan Newman, with like 3 top 5s all year, made the Final Four, I didn't like it. When Kyle Busch, who missed half the season, won in 2015, I didn't like it. When Kevin Harvick won 10 races, I mean, the list goes on. I mean, you can name I can name for sure 2. I would argue 3 champions in this elimination format that are legit, I guess, maybe. But, and that would be Truex 2017, Larson 2021. I think those are undisputed. And then Kyle Busch 2019 is the other. I think you can make an argument for Truex or Hamlin, but those are the ones I would say. So, yeah, I'd go on a longer rant, but I'm saving that for Phoenix. In between the lanes, what's up? I'll tell you right now, my favorite paint schemes, that Air Jordan car lived up to its name. It was a beautiful paint scheme. I'll tell you my exact reaction. So I was rooting for Tyler Reddick. We are in Las Vegas. I may have had some money on Tyler Reddick. And I saw him spinning, and my first reaction was, oh, money down the drain, you know? And so I kind of, and then I kind of look over at the infield. All of a sudden, I see the bottom of his car. I was like, did he just flip? What? Was that real? Or was just the black, he's got a black car. Maybe some dirt got kicked up and you just couldn't see his side door. No, it turns out he flipped. Wow, that was shocking. I did not expect to go to a race this weekend or go to a race at Las Vegas Motor Speedway and see a flip. That was a big surprise. So, yeah, that was crazy. In between the lanes, predicted a Toyota win and almost got it right. Yeah, Bell dominated that race, and fuel strategy, man. And here's the thing. In the stands, I was like, I'm watching Suarez and Larson or Logano and whoever else was out there. It's like 28 to go and they're leading. And I'm like, okay, they're just really waiting for a caution. Okay. It's 20 to go. I'm like, wow, they're really waiting for a caution. Then at 15 to go, I was like, they're going to run it out of fuel. And then with 10 to go, I was like, oh my God, are they trying to make it on fuel? That's when it got real. And I was like, Joey Logano is going to win this race. And Joey Logano, who's run 15th in the points all year. Joey Logano, who the only reason he's in these playoffs, won a race where he ran in the teens and needed 5 overtimes, and the leaders running out of fuel and wrecking each other to get into the playoffs. Needed a super speedway to advance out of the first round. Needed an opponent to get disqualified to make it to this round, and then wins a fuel mileage race again. It's nothing personal against Joey Logano. They play the system perfect every single time. There's a reason he has the most championship 4s in NASCAR history in this format. It's because he and that team, they know how to play it perfectly. Joey Logano is a NASCAR champion. I think there's a couple years that he should have won that he didn't. And he's made up for that, and he's won a couple. And so the thing that makes me mad is that, everyone's saying, oh, it's because it's Joey Logano. I don't care what number he is, whether he's number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13,865. I don't care what number's on the door. No one should be able to run 15th in points all year long, and then win one race out in unprecedented, had never seen before in NASCAR history, a 5 overtime finish, and then go on and just get through each round in the most bizarre way. Like this, I've never liked this format. This is an added reason I hate this format. I don't know what else you want me to say on it. So, yeah. Gordon should have been in the Final Four in 2014. Micah, if we make a list of who should have been in the Final Four each year, I'd be here till, let's see, it's 3:28 Vegas time. I'd be here till midnight Vegas time at least. What a joke of a race that was, says Brock. Brock, I actually thought it was a solid race. It wasn't extraordinary. It wasn't bad, though. I thought it was an all right race. Nothing special, but it's the result that everyone focuses on. It's the Joey Logano wins and makes it to the Final Four after being 15th in points all year. That's what everyone focuses on. And because of that negative thought of that, people automatically turn and say, okay, this race was a bad race. And I disagree. Format's bad. I don't think Joey Logano should have a chance at this championship. He is taking a Final Four spot away from either Tyler Reddick, Kyle Larson, Christopher Bell, or Denny Hamlin, or Chase Elliott, who's been top 5 in the points all year. 2 of those guys out. They will not make it because Joey Logano, who ran 15. The only reason Joey Logano is here is because Austin Cindric decided to mess around and wreck with a lap and a half to go at Nashville. Oh, if I could turn back time. Actually, no. I'm glad this is I'm glad Joey Logano's in the Final Four. Maybe NASCAR will look at themselves in the mirror and Joey Logano wins this championship after being 15th in the points all year long, and they'll say, you know what? We do need to make a change. Maybe this will change their minds. So you know what? Go Joey Logano. Go Joey Logano. Shock the world, baby. Win this championship. I don't know anymore. You think Blaney and Elliott can make up 50 points? Nope. They got to win. It's win or they're done, Micah. They are not winning. Or they're not pointing their way in. We'll do a bubble breakdown here in a minute. Good finish for Truex. Yeah, wish he would have gotten the top 5, though. So, but yeah, no, he led some laps. He was in the top 3, really, most of the day. We expect Toyota to be good at Vegas at these 1.5 miles. So Ty Gibbs led laps. Christopher Bell obviously just drop-kicked the field up until that fuel strategy. Truex was top 5. Bubba was up there in the top 5. Tyler Reddick won stage 1. So, as expected, Toyota was really good yesterday. But once again, really good doesn't win you the race. And once again, just odd circumstances lose them a race here. It's been dominated by Hendrick statistically, but Toyota as a whole, I feel, has been better. Because usually when it's Hendrick, it's one car dominating. Larson dominated in the spring. Larson dominated last fall. Byron dominated in the spring of 23. Whereas right behind him, it's Toyota, 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 Toyota. Like 2 through 7, maybe. So, yeah, you might every once in a while. You'll see, I think that spring of 23, I think Larson, Byron ended up finishing 1-2. So, yeah, Hendrick shows up too, but I'm just saying I think Toyota just statistically at these tracks is better. Joey should not have been in the playoffs once Bowman was DQ'd. Should have only had 7 drivers in it. Well, here's the thing about that. I get your point, Brock, but it's the round of 8s, and unless they were both, or everyone, 5 of the 12 had been cheating, then I don't know. But I kind of understand what you're saying, but no, if someone gets disqualified, they did something wrong, they did something illegal, and, they took advantage of the system. Someone else didn't, so they should therefore replace them. So, yeah. If Joey Logano wins the championship, I'm ready to open NASCAR Twitter, says Micah. Oh, yeah, man. I've been reading through those tweets. Likes are private now, so I can like all the anti-NASCAR playoff stuff without getting judged, even though I'm so vocal about it on here. I don't know why I was so hesitant. Anyways, but yeah, NASCAR Twitter, NASCAR Facebook, NASCAR Instagram, NASCAR Hotmail, NASCAR Gmail, NASCAR whatever will be on fire if Joey Logano wins this championship. What's up, Cyrus? Scorpius, Klaus NZ. Hope you guys are doing okay. It's currently 3:33 here in Las Vegas. Don't know what time it is in Australia, New Zealand. I know the U.S. times. It's 6:33 on the East Coast. It's 5:33 back home. 4:33 in the mountains, and it is 3:33 here out on the Pacific Coast. Even though Vegas isn't on the coast, but it's in the same time zone. I've got a feeling Las Vegas is going to be SVG's worst / unluckiest track. I was baffled when I saw him coming into pit in stage 1. I was like, lap 30, deja vu. I remember this happening in the spring, and it was an engine. I was like, please be a flat tire. It was not a flat tire. Just mind-blowing how they can have mechanical failures in the same exact track at the same exact lap, give 2 or 3 laps. At Shane Van Gisbergen's car just goes away. It's mind-blowing. And he had a really good qualifying effort. I think it was, 16th he qualified? That was a really good qualifying effort. I thought he was going to get a top 10. Never got the chance. So I was watching him those opening laps, and he got shuffled out of line, and I think he fell back to 20th or something. But yeah, just what are the odds, man? What are the odds? Did I party while in Vegas? I don't know. Maybe don't define party. I watched a lot of American football. They have a 9 a.m. slate of games and watched that. Watched some football at the race and then got back for the late night games. Got back in time for Sunday night football, and then tonight we got Monday night football. We got the Ravens at the Buccaneers. We got the Cardinals at the Chargers, or the Chargers at the Cardinals. I can't remember who's home for that one. So go to the sports book, watch that. That's my idea of partying. I'm kind of lame though, so my idea of partying is watching sports all day long. So I'm not exactly the most exciting person in Las Vegas. There's a lot more exciting things, I'm sure, but sports are my thing. I can't change it. It's 11:30 a.m. in New Zealand. All right. Happy morning, good almost afternoon. I don't really know what we call it, 11:30. I think it's technically still morning. It's been conversations around the garage area that Christopher Bell isn't talked about enough. I think him or Larson's the favorite for talent. Yeah, I saw that all weekend. People were talking about how Christopher Bell, is some massive underdog. I think he's overlooked at times, but we're to a point. He's made, 3 straight championship fours now? This year would be the 4th, maybe? I want to say. I don't know. Math is hard. Point being, Christopher Bell's in a top-tier car. He is a top-tier driver. I think we can drop the underdog, narrative. I think sometimes he's overlooked, but for the most part, I think he's one of the favorites for the champion. Hell, he was my preseason championship pick. So, not that I matter. I could have picked anyone, but I don't know. Allmendinger won the Xfinity race. Yeah, mind-blowing by Allmendinger. They have had, I'm going to say it, they have had a bad year. I know they finished top 10 in the points. They were top 5, top 10 every once in a while, but they have not had winning speed anywhere, except for maybe the super speedways. Outside of that, they haven't won at a road course. They haven't won at anything, and I thought for sure they were going to get eliminated, but I'll be proven wrong once again. Allmendinger just destroyed the field. Ryan Sieg hounding him. He drove a great race. He did a great job, and that's the AJ Allmendinger of old. That's the colleague of old that has been consistently competing for championships in that series, that has been consistently racing for wins. That is the Kaulig of old, not the Kaulig of this year where they're 6th to 10th and occasionally drop a stinker. Like, that was the Kaulig of old. It was very fun to watch. Very happy for Allmendinger and Kaulig. Chase Elliott and Tyler Reddick, Martin Truex Jr. made contact. Yeah, that was a wild moment. That's just a typical next-gen car. And we saw this 2 years ago with Bubba Wallace and Kyle Larson when Bubba intentionally wrecked Larson. You just kind of wash up a little bit too much, something about the aerodynamics, and you put the guy in the wall, and next thing you know, everyone's wrecking. Like, it's chaos. Cyrus says, I don't understand why Christopher Bell was so upset. I get he wanted to win, but he's second in the play. It's because these playoffs are unpredictable, Cyrus, because anything can happen, as I've been saying this entire time. Christopher Bell could blow a tire next week, and then at Martinsville get wrecked in the lap traffic. Next thing you know, he goes from plus whatever he is to minus 20. Like, anything can happen in these playoffs. So winning is the easiest way to ease tensions, easiest way to sleep well, sleep better, and he didn't get that opportunity. So, yeah, Christopher Bell did not quite get that. Chargers Cardinals on ESPN Plus. Hey man, here in Las Vegas, you don't have to worry about that because you got the beautiful what's it called? Sports books. UNLV head coach Barry Odom, by the way, that's his name. Yeah, that was cool to see him. 8:36 a.m. in Queensland. Happy 8:36 a.m. in Australia to those of you in Queensland. Did I see the F1 controversy? Yes. Here's my take for the millionth time. David, this frustration's not at you, it's at F1. Here's my take on F1, and I know this upsets F1 hardcore F1 purists. If it is paved, you can race on it. If you don't want them going out there, make it grass, make it gravel, make it something they'll regret driving on, okay? Don't get mad at them when they use up the pavement. Like, it's stupid that it's controversial. It's stupid that there are track limits. If you don't want them driving all the way out there, put some dirt out there. Put some gravel. Put something that they will regret driving through. I hate the track limits discussion. It happens every freaking year. Austria is a cool track. It always has pretty solid racing. But every year on Saturday, track limits. Laps getting deleted. This guy gets relegated from 5th to 9th. This guy gets relegated out of Q2 to 17th because he crossed the line 20 minutes ago. Like, it's stupid. It's really unnecessary. Grant, thank you for the super chat thingy, the donation to the channel, whatever we call it, Grant. We all appreciate Grant on this channel. Grant is a friend of the channel. We appreciate him, all he does. He has his own video game YouTube channel. He plays games like NASCAR, whatever, NASCAR 24, whatever video game we're on. He plays the NBA 2Ks, the Fast and Furious, something like that. So he's a gamer. UNLV defeated Oregon State. Yes, I watched that game. Very proud of the Rebels. I was rooting for them. Local team. Always got to go for the Las Vegas teams. If Tyler Reddick doesn't win or have a good day at home, said he can say goodbye to his championship hopes. All right, let's do it. Let's do a bubble breakdown. So, all right, Grant corrected me on his video gaming. Red Dead Redemption 2. I've never played that video game. The extent of my video game knowledge is Mario Super Sluggers on the Wii, Mario Kart Wii, NASCAR 2011 the game on the Wii, and Backyard Football on the Wii. I'm not a gamer. I'm like the worst source of gaming other than maybe my grandma. My grandma's very knowledgeable in about everything else, but gaming, it's not her thing. It's about the only person I got gaming knowledge over. Anyways, what was I? Oh, bubble breakdown. Where did I watch F1? I did not watch it this weekend because I was at the NASCAR race. Otherwise, I would have. But speaking of Excuse me. Speaking of NASCAR in the United States of America, I did a track walk of the Las Vegas Grand Prix track. I will post that video tomorrow. I did all 17 turns. I technically walked on the racetrack. Now, I couldn't get into certain areas because it's construction and I don't have a hard hat or access, and I really don't feel like getting arrested. So, but I was able to stand on some parts of the track. I was able to get some footage and point out differences from last year to this year because I did a bunch of track walks. Went to that race last year, so yeah. But on to the bubble breakdown for the NASCAR Cup Series. Once again, apologies. We're on the road. We don't have all the technology that we have at home, so I can't put it up here like I would like to. But here is your bubble breakdown. I'm not looking at the comments right now. I apologize. Once again, I only have one screen. I'm used to having two screens and being able to split everything. Joey Logano's in. We already knew that. Christopher Bell plus 42. Kyle Larson plus 35. The only problem is if someone else below wins, they only have a 8-point gap and a 15-point gap. That's not a lot. Byron plus 27. If none of these guys below win, that's your final four. However, Denny Hamlin could win either of the next two races. Tyler Reddick could win at Homestead. Blaney either of the next two races, and Elliott could win Martinsville. So, with that being said, Hamlin minus 27. He either needs a problem by Byron or Larson or Hamlin or Bell. He doesn't need a problem for himself. And he can make it close on points, but realistically, I think it's must win. Same situation for Reddick. Blaney and Elliott, they are not pointing their way in. There is no way they can point their way in. They can run second place. They can sweep the stages and finish second at Miami, and they're still 20 points back at least. So Elliott and Blaney have to win, and ironically enough, both their best chances are at Martinsville. So imagine if that's what it comes down to. And then Hamlin and Reddick. Hamlin, out of the bottom four, Hamlin's who I feel best about. I think Hamlin could go out and win either of the next two races. Reddick I really like at Homestead, but I don't like at Martinsville. Blaney I like better at Martinsville, but I don't feel bad about him at Homestead. Elliott, it's Martinsville or bust. And once again, Blaney and Elliott must win. Xfinity playoff bubble breakdown. Allmendinger's in. Allgaier plus 32. He actually feels really good right now despite having a terrible first round. Cole Custer is plus 16. Not bad, but he's only got 8 on Chandler Smith because of someone below wins. Smith has 8 points on the bubble. Austin Hill is the first one out. Jesse Love is 13 out. Mayer is 23, and Sammy Smith is 53. Sammy Smith has to win. Mayer is almost in must-win territory. Love and Hill can point in. Let's get back to the comments. Kyle Larson, worst day. Oh, brother. That was Kyle Larson's best opening race of a round this season. Crashed out in Atlanta in stage 1. What was the first race around to? Kansas, he wrecked out, or he wrecked early and didn't get stage points. And then here, they just had some bad pit stops. They scored 2 stage points, I think. Finished 11th, and they're plus 35, so. SVG eats spicy chicken from Wendy's. Fun fact, I had Wendy's the morning of Sunday's race. Picked up some Wendy's on the way to the track, got a chicken biscuit. So I did it while wearing my SVG Wendy's shirt as I drink a non-Wendy's drink. I saw some of the F1 race, mainly watched NFL and NASCAR Cup Series race Sunday. Yeah, they actually had a race replay of F1 on last night. Decided to tune in and watch it. Seemed like an all right race. I mean, you had the controversy with Norris and Verstappen, which to me was, it shouldn't be a controversy, but no. We all have different opinions. We're all entitled to different opinions, but my opinions, I think, upset some of the F1 purists. So, oh, yeah, I did make a post saying I was watching the race replay last night. I couldn't remember if I did it on Twitter or if I did it on here. I can't remember what I post on Twitter and what I post on here. I confuse myself. Saw my post. I thought, yeah, man, I'm really looking forward to showing you guys this track walk. I just got to edit it. I do most of the voiceover on site. So, because it helps when I'm looking at it and I can point to it and I can pan the camera. Whereas if I do it here, like theoretically I could do pre-recorded shots. I could run it for 20 seconds, just a still shot, but I like to be able to move it. And then I get some additional footage just in case I don't like what I see in the moment that I'm narrating. And I can throw some additional footage, B-roll, whatever you want to call it, on top of it. And there you go. I don't think Hamlin and Reddick are must-wins if it was only one race to go in this round. Yeah, once again, I mean, if Byron has a problem, if Larson has a problem, and they run top 5, all of a sudden they're even on points or even in the plus. So it's not technically a must-win, but I just don't anticipate problem. I know someone will have problems. Someone will have a bad race, but it's so hard to pick who it's going to be. So, yeah. Logano's locked in, but if he doesn't get good points or win any of the races, will he not? No, Joey's locked in. Joey Logano can wreck on lap 1 the next 2 weeks. He is in the championship race. That's the beauty. That's why everyone wants to win the first race of the round, is because the next 2 weeks are irrelevant. Now, he does have to race in those races. The team does have to show up, but they don't have to prep for those races. They can put all their attention on the championship race in Phoenix, and Team Penske, they are really good at Phoenix. So them having an extra 2 weeks, this could, determine the championship here. So, yeah. Logano does not have to worry about Miami or Martinsville. Christopher Bell crashed the next 2 tracks. He's out. Yeah, as I said earlier, Bell, Larson, Byron, as long as none of the guys behind him win, all they have to do is survive. They've got enough of a points cushion, and all 3 of those guys are good enough at the next 2 tracks that they could potentially advance with ease. But we know how these playoffs work. It never goes that way. Excuse me. Watch this be the year it goes that way. NBA kicks off tomorrow night. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I'll probably watch it on the plane at home. I'm flying home tomorrow night. I don't even know who's playing at what time, but I don't know. I'm looking forward to it. I guess I could just look it up. Knicks at Celtics, Timberwolves at Lakers. Wednesday is more of the real games. Who do the Thunder play? That's what I want to know. I'm a Thunder fan. I want to know who they play. They don't play till Thursday, and they play at the Nuggets. Huh. Interesting. What will I do with the 24 wins championship? Talk about a 24 championship. Reference Jeff Gordon's championships more than likely. Now, walking around Las Vegas in the desert, I mean, it's not hot, but it's just super dry. Your lips, your hands, you just get super dry, but they got lotion and all that, so, you can hear, I don't know. I'm losing my mind here. But no, it was a good weekend. So I appreciate everyone's support. Watching the videos, we had a lot of good viewership, a lot of different interests. So, and then once again tomorrow we'll have the track walk up. So that's exciting. Don't count out Joey Logano to win the title because he hasn't been good or consistent. He's a 2-time champ with a lot of experience. Yeah, Micah, and as I said earlier, it's Phoenix. If this was Homestead, I'd say, yeah, they for sure have a shot. Paul Wolf's won 2 championships with 2 different drivers. Logano's won 2 championships. He's a future Hall of Famer. Won 30-plus races. But I would have said Homestead, not their best track. But Phoenix is one of their better tracks. Look at the track history. See what I did there? But they've got a great shot. They've got 3 weeks to prep. It's one of their best tracks, and they've won the last 2 championships of Team Penske, not Logano specifically. So I'm telling you, if Joey Logano wins the championship, it's going to be a record-long rant on this channel. Once again, it's nothing personal against Logano. It's personal against the format. Cyrus is predicting a Logano win at Phoenix. No, those are old. I was going to say I got odds somewhere over here, but I think those are old. Yeah, it's NBA regular season wins. Yeah, so that's not even close. And the Masters golf tournament. Once again, apologies for being delayed. I was out longer than I wanted to be in terms of doing that track walk, but hey, hopefully it pays off tomorrow. Oh, yes, Micah. Oh, my goodness. Monday picks. Let's make our Monday picks. Oh, my goodness. I was trying to find somewhere to go, and I couldn't think of what I wanted. Monday picks. I can't show you the entry list, but let's get the Bob's Twitter. We got a triple header. We got Xfinity, Cup, Truck. Cup Series, Truck Series. We'll start at the Truck Series. Corey Heim. That's my Monday pick. Nothing exciting on the entry list, I don't think. I can't really see all of it. Xfinity. I can't see. What's SVG's sponsor? WeatherTech. WeatherTech is on the 97 once again. Let's see here. I'm going to go with Cole Custer. I'm going to go with Cole Custer. Cole Custer and Xfinity. And then Cup, I will go... Who's sponsoring? See, this is the problem. This is why it happens when I stream on my phone, is I can't see everything. I'm going to go with... I don't even know what that sponsor is. I'm all over the place. Let's go with Denny Hamlin. Let's blow up the playoff bubble. Denny Hamlin. Denny Hamlin's my Monday pick. So my Monday picks are Corey Heim, 11. Cole Custer, 00. Denny Hamlin, 11. I only picked 2 numbers across 3 picks. Nice. Oh, boy. Oh. All right, let's go back to the comments. Usually I'd spend more time on the entry list, but I guess there's nothing really significant on the Cup entry list this week. We got a Roger Caruth, Sammy Smith, Cole Custer, Christopher Bell, Sammy Smith, woo! Corey Heim, Sheldon Creed, Martin Truex Jr. for the Toyota sweep. William Byron, okay, so David went with an all Chevy. in between the lanes went with an all Toyota. So someone going to go with an all Ford? Anyone? Anyone going to take like Majeski, Custer, and Blaney? I guess that would be the Ford sweep. I wouldn't really. I guess maybe Buescher or Keselowski could spoil the party, but I think Blaney would be your most realistic option there. Cyrus, thanks for showing up again. Thank you for supporting, as always. Hope you have a good day, good night, good morning, wherever you are. But speaking of, we are going to have to... I apologize for showing up late. We'll... Oh. Okay. What is... Hold on. Get in there. These plugs are... Okay. Guess we can't use that light anymore. Okay. We're just going to have to deal with darkness for the rest of the live stream. This is what happens when we do the Monday after on the road. I would open this, but the sun like glares into the camera, and there's really nowhere else to do it in here without like a messy bed. So... Manning cast fan, yeah, I enjoy it. I'll flip it on every once in a while. I like to see the guests too. Like when Bill Burr did it when the Patriots were playing, that was funny. I'm a fan of his comedy. I want to say Tyler Reddick will snap out of his playoffs. That's the thing. The regular season champ curse struck again, and Tyler Reddick, I just can't rely on him right now. They were so hot from the summer, it seemed like you could always rely on him to get a good finish, even if he doesn't win. But now you can't even rely on him to do that. And it's not always just... I mean, look at this Sunday. Lots of speed, qualified second, won stage one. They get wrecked out in the mid-pack because different strategies. It all started because Daniel Hemrick wrecked Austin Dillon. That's what started that chain reaction. So, it's crazy. Do I watch the Pat McAfee show? Not consistently, but it's on all the time. Like, when there aren't any sports on and you go to the sports book, that's what's on the main channel or on the main screen up there. So, but at home, no. Not often unless there's, like, nothing else on TV. Then I'll flip it on and just, I don't know. I don't pay that close attention. Whew. All right. We got about 10 more minutes at most. I am going to have to cut this somewhat short. Apologies, but yeah, once again, we're on the road. Things are way whack, so Tyler Reddick will crash next week. If he crashes again, then he's a must-win at Martinsville, and he's not good at Martinsville, so that would be the end of their season. I think someone below the cutoff line will win Martinsville, says Micah. Theoretically, it's possible, of course. Excuse me. Once again, if it's still what it is right now, any one of those four could win. Well, three of the four, not Reddick, but Hamlin's got 6 wins at Martinsville. Blaney's the defending winner. Chase Elliott has a great history at Martinsville. Any of those three could win it, so. Mondays are for Martin Truex Jr. as well. Yeah, well, man, I thought this was going to be it for Truex. I thought this was going to be the week that he finally got that last win. Thought I was going to get to see him win in person, but it just didn't come to fruition. Unfortunate. Denver, yes, I apologize. As a NASCAR fan, I apologize for what you're about to have to suffer through. If it's anywhere close to what we run over here, I'm so sorry. Get ready for unnecessary amounts of frustration, years taken off of your lives due to just stupidity. Once again, man, I can't stand playoffs in racing whether it's the NFL, the NBA, the World Cup, elimination format, great. Go for it. That's how it should be played. The better team wins on the field, one-on-one. This is different. These are 40 different cars. Austin Cindric fighting for 20th at Nashville in race 16 of the season is going to impact the championship for guys who weren't even involved in the incident. Like, what are we doing? It's stupid. Alex Bowman should be in the championship 4. Well, they should have put more weight in the car. Tough break. Kyle Busch's win streak is coming to an end. I don't like the chances at Martinsville. I don't like the chances at Phoenix, so I guess it's Miami or never, and I would lean towards never. Mind-blowing. They started off the summer break, after the summer break, so hot. They got some things to fall their way with strategy at Darlington and just couldn't quite do it. But they still got 3 races left theoretically. Don't throw in the towel until the checkered flag flies. So well, I'm going to wrap it up here. Once again, apologies for the shortened Monday after. We're on the road. Apologies for the delay, but thank you guys for showing up. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I'll see you next Monday for the post-Homestead Miami Speedway Monday after. Looking forward to those races, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Remember, tomorrow we will have the F1 track walk. I'm looking forward to it. Hope you guys enjoy that one. That will be a very fun race or a very fun video, and looking forward to that race in about a month. So thanks again for watching. Sorry we had to do this on the road, but we were at the racetrack this weekend, so it was fun.